Hey guys. Alrighty, so it is FOMOC week. This will be an interesting week to say the least. FOMOC will be on Wednesday. I want to look. I think we have some data this morning, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Maybe that was tomorrow. No, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is JOLTS data. I knew we had some weird time data there. So nothing on the schedule today. But we will have JOLTS data tomorrow. We're also going to get September's JOLTS data, and then we'll have our normal JOLTS data too. So that will be interesting to kind of see how markets react to that. And then, of course, Wednesday is FOMOC. As of right now, expecting about 25 basis points of cuts. Obviously, I don't see a world where that does not happen. So generally, this week, we'll kind of see where we go. When we look at last week, we really were stuck in a pretty miserable range. On ES especially, just did not want to break through that 68.74 area. We did finally break through it on Friday. So we do have a little bit of a long wick to the upside. I was generally expecting a back test a little bit lower, but when we look at NQ, it really didn't range. It just slowly chopped to the upside. So that actually favors that we will push a little bit higher. One interesting thing right now is the fact that the VIX is up almost 6% pre-market, and as you can see, the market is also green. So that's definitely odd. You don't usually see that. Generally speaking, obviously, if a 6% pop is pretty big on the VIX, so if that's happening, usually market's red. So I will be curious to see if they slam this lower at open. Pretty much right now, we are watching a range of, we'll call it 68. I'm going to move this down real quick. Here we go. Yeah, 68.80 to 68.93 and 25.773 to 25.819. That is our range. We were riding EMA support higher, which is, of course, bullish. However, as you're seeing, this candle's coming in right now, and we're going to try to, looks like, close back under that support here to start open. So I'm going to be watching that closely to see if we can get a downside move or not. I'm just trying to pull up my Ninja for you guys. Sometimes it doesn't come over. Let me see, that's that one. All right, so basically account update wise here, we took a payout on Friday, nice 7,500 payout there, good way to kind of replenish some of the funds. End of November was not the best, but it was still a good month. So goal this week is about $400 per account, basically shooting for just 20 points. I noticed last week and the week before, really, I was hitting a lot of 20-point wins. And then pretty much everything was sort of just, hold on, I'm just looking at, this is not the right candle pattern, that's weird. I don't know why the candle pattern on Ninja, I'm looking at the candle right here, this is where the bottom should be, but on my Ninja, I'm showing a wick down here, so that's weird. We'll keep an eye on that, I guess. I don't know why the Ninja is different, but anyways, so I was noticing a pattern that I was pretty much hitting these 20-point wins and then basically getting stopped out at break even or even worse. So honestly, I was just kind of fed up with that, so I wanted to kind of limit down how big of wins I'm going for. I guess when you think about it, you know, VIX is sitting basically at, 15, 16, that it's not going to have as much volatility. You're not going to get the big 50, 60, 70 point candles. So I really wanted to limit down. So the goal basically is 5 days of 20 points each day. And that will get me another payout on Friday. So that's kind of where we're at here. Got about 1,600 of drawdown in all the accounts as of right now. So here at open, we got a big pop. ES is not participating as much in the pop though. So pretty strong divergence to start the day off here. VIX did get a little pop up too. So again, you know, kind of being patient here. Generally, I would have thought this was going to break lower, and the fact that ES is looking weaker, and generally ES has been our leader, so I'm watching for that. Plus we have, you know, VX and VIX that are green and attempting to make a push up here right now. So I would not be chasing this long, and we really don't have great buyers either on NQ. So I would certainly be careful if I was trying to chase a long here. Daily wise over on ES, we are starting to throw a double top out there. Looks like we're gonna come back down into that 68.74 area to test that. And the 15-minute wise, there's that 68.80 I was talking about that we're testing. Again, guys, if we end up off the map here or off the screen here, just let me know so I can move it for you guys so you guys can see. I kind of have it run in the background, so it's hard. I usually look at the picture every now and then and kind of notice, but so this is a good place to kind of sit cash here. I would not trust anything right now. Quite the pop here on NQ though, I'm impressed. I got some levels up here at 25,858 to 25,871. Some buyers are coming in here, but again, it's not really fantastic. And of course, you know, we again have ES diverging, and ES is not really pushing up here, so I would be very, very careful trusting along. Now there might be a nice 5-minute double top that pops up here on this new candle coming in about a minute here. I will be keeping an eye out for that. VX and VIX are both pushing up. So again, I am looking for a short here on this new candle. We are setting up pretty nicely for it. If you look over at ES, it's breaking through 68.80. We might on NQ at least pop back up into this 25,840, 25,850 area first before likely coming lower. So I do want to be careful not entering too early on the short. So again, like I was saying, I would like to see it come up into here before coming lower. It might not give it to us. It might just straight pop down. We'll see kind of what ES does. ES is good at a good support level here of 68.80. So again, if this level holds right here, we could pop up and then come back down. So I'm waiting basically for NQ to kind of go up and fail, and then I'm going to take the short back down. And likely again, we're going to come down into 25,773 area here. We still have some buyers on NQ, so it's too early to take the short. It's threatening to be a good short, though. It's starting to look better. But again, I don't want them to sweep all the way up to 50, 60, stop us out, and then come lower. So just being patient here. But we're getting close and getting ready for this short here. VIX is really popping now.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Okay, I took the short, but it looks like not everybody got in. See if they get filled or not.
Order filled.
Okay, everybody's in now. Again, just looking for 20 points here. That's kind of just all I really need. So the reason I'm not doing more than 20 points on these is because I don't want my consistency to be too high. It is a 35% consistency, and I really only need about $1,200 to get to the next target. So again, just going conservative. I should pull about 2,000 this week, hitting just about 20 points, $400 each day. So this does look pretty good here. We got a good stop loss at the high of the 5-minute candle. The biggest thing to be careful of right here is that EMA support. But again, VX and VIX are straight pushing up. The little bit of buyers we had broke. We have a big old rejection off of 25,819 on the 15-minute. This is pretty much A+. ES looks like it's about to dump through its big key support. So I feel good about this one. This one definitely probably will run to 25,773. This 810 area is a big fight. Again, we might lose this fight. They might pop us back up to that 2550 area first. But again, I like the short. It's high probability. It's got everything I want for it, so I'm happy to take it. The biggest worry would be this new 5-minute candle. Sometimes these 5-minute candles can get pretty rogue when they open. Hopefully it pushes to the downside first, and we should probably get under 25,805 here first. But again, that is a concern if you want to close before the new candle opens. But ES just broke its low, so again, I feel confident in this one. And I do think this is one that we could hold and let run past what I'm TPing at. But again, I'm just sticking to my goal of 20 points. So not gonna lock a break. Okay, there we go. So goal hit. There is our $400 for the day. That's all I need, and I'm very content to close out here and call it a day. So day 1 of 5 complete, and you can see it right now. There's this double bottom trying to form. It very well might come back up into the 20s, maybe 30 area here, and then push lower. But again, I think this is a great short. and I like the short. I think that was good. We would have gotten, let's see, 90 was the bottom. We entered at 17. So we would have got almost 30 points there. So overall, a great win for sure. But I will see you guys probably on Wednesday. I might do one tomorrow. We'll see. See you guys later.